So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna develop another solutions for another type of problem we face today. And obviously this with the focus that that you don't have a technical way and you have not studied in your specific area, just principles that are abstract concepts and being in the specific field of the problem, you already can see the power that you can have in developing that can have like a good likelihood to be good solvers for the problem. And then we study with Soaring what other ones have studied, what others have grasped and has created as knowledge. And obviously, if you don't have the time, just like grab these concepts that are like the ones that are implied in the studies, all the papers that exist in all the fields, psychology, problem solving, economics, whatever is the field. But then, so today the problem is the global cost of living crisis. So we're having a cost of living that's becoming higher and higher over the time. First, understanding the problem, we have 1 in 3 households that spends over 50% of income on basics, which obviously is not something that probably would like to be something true. And we have to start to understand the drivers. And what seems to be the drivers? Soaring housing, energy, healthcare and food prices, stagnant wages, and the inflationary pressures. So basically, what makes the global cost of living crisis being something existent? What could be like an archetype of this system? So for me to satisfy my needs, I have to pay them. I have to pay for so my needs getting satisfied because the resources that I got is just by so me spending and then so obviously I can get the resource that satisfies the need. But then so what could be the creation of so I'm not having enough of so the power to get and satisfy my needs, or I don't have a good power of purchase because I don't save that much well, or because the things are too much expensive. So the healthcare, the energy, the food, and then so we start looking and we need to start looking so for what? We need to start looking for what makes me not have more money and what makes so the goods being too much higher in terms of price. So basically, what could be the main type of things that you can look so if you look so for what defines the prices or expensive something is or not? Is so looking for the law of offer and demand, the most basic one in economics. When something is demanded but is not that much offered, is not so it not don't have that much offering that matches the demand, the price tends to go up. If it happens the opposite, the prices tends to go down. So a main type of cows driving could be so demand a lot for a specific good, but doesn't exist enough offer. Could be so a way to see for this problem. And then this applies for housing a lot. That's why we have the rising prices majorly in the type of regions that we have a lot of demand, a lot of looking, meaning the literal ones. Uh, it's the same thing that as well. So makes the majority of the things increase over the time is when demand increases, but the offering doesn't match this increase on demand. And what increases the demand, and then so that makes not the offer as a company is probably so the printing of money is where so comes inflation. Because if I put and I give more money in the economy, I give more money for the people gonna have more money, but it doesn't have matched in terms of increasing of production, which so makes the inflation to exist. Then so we understand why inflation is a driver for the increase of this problem. That's why we understand that the prices that are defined by offer demand they so create the ratio between the price of these goods in comparison with how much I earn, as well so determine how much I'm able so to get my needs satisfied. And another thing that I've called the wages. What so makes me doesn't have more purchase power because I'm not having revenues. So to have revenues, this comes with what? My majority it comes with me working. Be my working, I'm gonna get money back, or probably coming from other revenues from investments that I do. What do you have? We have inequality. We have a lot, and then so what? This comes with that. A lot of the people don't have like investments. They don't have like a portion of money that they put so to get a rent. So the way that these people get money is by their work that they do, and not just like something more passive. And then so obviously we're kind of so stuck in people having to rely on their in their work day to day. And then so in the work day today, what do you need so to get money? You need to get valuable. So you need to produce, you need to match so to the company to produce to you, so the gift you so for the money. But this comes so you understanding that you kind of rely on getting people more educated. It's a tendency that we're seeing people getting more educated today, and then so them contributing and being more productive. Yes, we see, but we see as well that now people they as well suffer with probably having too much distractions that makes it only be productive. Addictions, the majority, is something that we see a lot of people suffering, which so makes the addictions more the problems that obviously people have that create stress, and stress is not something that probably is not something that contributes when it's too much high to go to be someone to be productive. And also with all these type of things that we have looked to understand a lot of the system just by looking for the fundamental principles. I use a lot of demands and the offer to understand. So what's the problem of the price getting up? I used as well the first principles to understand so and so making the attachment of this problem understanding so what are the drivers for these type of elements and not just so get into superficial zone. And then so we get better understood, I can start looking so for the mental models to create solutions for that. And then so with all this understood, we start so to look for the tragedy of commons. So overexploiting the resource. What is the idea? Housing and land treated as speculative assets, not communal goods. So it's something that exists. But then, so what's the fix for that? We have the community land trusts. The Vermont model lets residents collectively own land, as make the homes cost 40% below market, and vacancy taxes. The Vancouver taxes empty homes 5% of value, freed up to 25k units. The rent decreased by 15%. See, law of offer and demand in the last one. Creating incentive to someone to put and increase the offer in the market has made so the housing becoming less expensive because there exists more offering of that resource. Second, the cover effect. Quick fixes tend to backfire. So what's the idea is that subsidies for fossil fuels or rent control distort markets. And then so what's the fix for that? We have the energy democracy. Germany's citizen-owned renewables cut bills by 30% versus the corporate grids, and dynamic rent caps. The Berlin ties rent hikes to inflation's more wages. So no supply drop, stability for tenants. 3. The anti-fragility, so thrive through volatility. What's the idea? Decentralize essentials to withstand shocks. Fix. Local food nodes. The Cuba's urban farms supply 70% of fresh produce, immune to global price spikes. And Muller housing, the Singapore's prefab flats built in 3 months, 20% cheaper, scales with demand. So having this ability to scale and not so having the increase of too much of the higher, the medium cost that makes so the price go up. Lean effect a bit. So time test solutions is that ancient systems outlast modern inefficiencies in a lot of ways. And then so what's the fix and what are like the examples? Public bathhouses, the Japan's centers reduce home energy use. The families save $100 a month on utilities. And mutual aid networks. The Indonesia's Gotong Royong communities share shield care and tools, cuts living costs 25%. So we have understood a bit of, and we already have done systems thinking a lot. We have understood that isolated fixes fail. For example, cheap housing fair from jobs. And then towards the idea by understanding that they've created more a solution that are a bit more complex than just like isolated fixes. We have the 15-minute cities. It's a example of action that makes and has more than just like one specific and isolated fix. It has more in that concept of 50-minute cities. The Paris zoning ensures jobs, schools, shops nearby. The transit costs down 50%, more time to produce, less time spent in so and more time, more thing I have to spend in the fuel. Better so is the economy, and then so more money I'm gonna be able to spend things that are so contributes more for me. Circular tax codes. The Finland recycles corporate tax revenue into universal shield care, boosts workflows workforce, more it does cuts the costs with that. So the people have. Then, obviously, I've talked about like 7, 8 mental models, but you can use all other ones that as well can be helpful so to understand this problem. And obviously, it's not just in 10 minutes that you're going to solve and create an integrated solution, because you have to put to test, you have to create prototypes, you have to so be able to get the feedback and then so see what works or not. But if you already work better and you already have these principles that are so put you in a better perspective to create hypotheses that will be confirmed as effective. So to be applied in the real world, better so in more efficient that you will have. That's what so is the importance of learning. Learning makes you so don't commit the same errors that other ones have done in the past. So I expect these videos make you like the channels, make you so subscribe, and I hope to see so in next videos as this channel is about to produce, and as well other videos that this channel has already produced. So with that much more to say, just thank you and see you in the next one.